Are you already overwhelmed with summer and we're just getting started? I feel you. Do your yeses feel like they're stacking on top of each other and you just want to scream and say no to one obligation so you have a little bit of room to breathe? Are you spending so much time trying to make your summer so perfect for your children, for your friends, for everyone else that you have no space for yourself? Today on the podcast, I'm going to share something that is very near and dear to my heart right now in this very moment. And that is the power of saying no so you can say yes and creating space for what matters this summer. Let's dive in.
You're listening to the Girl Get Your Face Off a Bus Bench podcast, where we invite you to check your ego at the app, grab a cup of coffee, and get ready to dive into all things real estate marketing, social media, friendship, hardship, love, money mindset, and all the things that celebrate you as a badass boss babe.
We're here to encourage you, show up for you, give you a loving kick in the pants when you need it most, and be your soft place to land on the hardest of days. So pull up a seat at our table and get ready to be inspired and start living your best life by design.
Welcome to the Girl Get Your Face Off a Bus Bench podcast. We are so excited you're here.
Okay, girls, let's dive in.
Hey, Bus Bench babes. Today on the podcast, I'm going to share with you something that is feeling very raw, very real, and very near to my heart right in this very moment as I'm recording. And that is saying no so you can say yes and creating more space for what matters most this summer. So if you are listening to this right when it airs, we are in the thick of summer. It is such an amazing time. If you live in a cold weather state, I think you'll probably agree with me. And to say that I have this figured out would be a complete lie. I'm 100% a work in progress. And I'm actually coming out of one of the busiest, most overwhelming seasons I've had since we started the BPR experience. It's been full and not always in the best of ways. It's been a season of overwork, over-yesing, and trying to do it all because I thought, or maybe I just hoped that I could. And like I said, this is feeling very real, very raw for me right now. And now here I am, sitting in my daughter's room on a beautiful, almost summer evening. The sun is shining, the windows are cracked, the birds and the squirrels and all the critters are doing their thing outside. It just sounds beautiful and peaceful. And inside, I'm feeling anxious. Anxious about what this next season will bring. Next for us, we're going into a new season of building our cabin on the North Shore. If you've been here for a minute, you'll know that we purchased property last year, and last summer was our first year diving into that. And this is something that I'm very much looking forward to. But the truth, I can't even fully feel the joy or excitement about it right now because I've been living in this state of too much yes, too much taking on for too long. And it's really making me pause. It's really making me reflect hard on what this last season actually cost me. And it's making me want to shift my energy like now, literally as I'm recording this podcast. And this is not to say I'm not grateful for the work that I do, that I don't love what I do. I think if this is resonating with you as you're listening, that is probably the case for you. You can love your work and be so passionate about it that you let it just overtake you and overtake life. And as entrepreneurs, we are so good at this. We're so good at many of the creative things and many of business related things. And we're even really great at life. But it doesn't mean that with that, we don't get stuck because our passion really drives us. And it can make us just say yes or take on too much because we're genuinely excited and we genuinely want to. And for a moment, we forget what that saying yes will actually do to us. It's really making me want to shift my energy before I miss anything else. Before I carry on that scattered, overwhelmed energy into a season that's meant to be sacred for our family, meant to be beautiful, a season that we have worked so hard for, and a season that we honestly never thought we would get a chance at and is actually happening. A season of dreams coming true right before our eyes. And I want to be there for it, to see it, to really take it in, to fully feel it. So that's exactly why I'm doing this episode, because summer is here. And if we don't get intentional about it right now, we'll blink and it'll be Labor Day. And we'll wonder where the heck that summer magic went. So let's talk summer. Let's do it. I love summer. I am a lover of summer through and through. It is my favorite season. My birthday's in August. I am just like, I was born in the summer. I was born for summer. I truly, truly believe that. And if you are feeling that too, if you love summer and you cherish this time, especially again, if you're in a cold weather state, this is like a time that is really special. It definitely brings a different energy. It brings different joy in different areas of my life that I love so much. And it's something that we really look forward to. And it's something that our family really looks forward to. So if you're a mom and an entrepreneur, you know what I mean when I say summer hits differently. And even if you're not a parent, but you're holding space for like a full life, you want relationships, rest, travel, creative work, you want community, you want to hang out with friends more, you'd like to go to those happy hours, you probably feel it too. In the summer, the energy and rhythm shifts, and suddenly everything feels just like a little bit brighter, a little bit softer, a little bit lighter, and also like more full. That's how if I could sum up summer in just a few words, I think that's how I would describe it. It's warm, it's soft, it's full, it's light, but it also has this beautiful energy connected to it. The days are longer, kids are home more, routines change, and while it sounds dreamy in theory, it can also feel like a lot. Like you're trying to keep up with all your client work and emails and late night client work and any launches that you're also doing, while also making sure that you have snacks, you are packed for camp, you have all of those documents filled out, the sunscreen gets applied, you're making the memories, everyone has what they need. You have that particular outfit for the 4th of July, you've got the bug spray, you have the picnic packed, you have all the weekends planned. Like there's so many things that are on our mind besides just work to make this so beautiful. It's this beautiful, chaotic, in-between season where you want to soak it all in and also just get a minute to yourself. I feel like this sums up a lot of motherhood in general, but really it's like there's so much going on and you want it all to be going on, but you also really want to soak it up. And then you also want that space so you as a human being can soak it up. And that is why this conversation is about saying no and how that feels more important now than ever. Because let's be honest, summer can be one giant swirl of yeses if we're not careful. Yes, I'll be at that event. Yes, I'll take on that last minute project. Yes, I'll keep my business running exactly the same way, even though my family is home more and the energy and the rhythm of our house shifts. But here's what I've learned. Every yes is no to something else. And if I'm being really honest with you, I've been so guilty of saying yes too much in life. Not because I didn't know better, not because I didn't see it happening, but because I genuinely love what I do. I care deeply about the people I serve. I love being a creative. I love showing up. I love diving into my business. I love diving into others' businesses. And sometimes it's hard to find that edge, that boundary where the love for work ends and self-preservation begins. This is something that I'm still learning. And finding that balance, it's really hard, especially in seasons like summer when everything feels softer and blurrier and you just want to do it all and be fully present and fully engaged in business and life and also be fully available for everything else. But that's when I come back to the question of, if I say yes to this, what am I saying no to? Finding that balance is hard, especially in seasons like summer when everything feels softer, warmer, blurrier, brighter, and you just want to do it all. You want to be fully present at home. You want to be fully engaged in your business. You want to be fully available for everything. And it's just not humanly possible. Like, can I clone myself 10 times? Wouldn't that be amazing? And that's when I really come back to this question that is, I hold sacred in my heart. And that is, if I say yes to this, what am I saying no to? Because sometimes another yes to a client call is a no to an afternoon walk searching for fairies with my daughter. Sometimes a yes to a pack week is a no to an evening down at the beach skipping rocks. Sometimes a yes to being everything for everyone but myself is a no to a quiet weekend morning to just be with my family. Sometimes a yes means no to the white space that I crave for myself. And I know saying no can be hard. It can be really hard, especially when we care, especially when we are capable, especially when we're used to holding it all and doing it all. So let this be your reminder. Saying no does not make you flaky. It does not make you selfish, and it does not make you ungrateful. It makes you intentional. It makes you wise with how you use your energy. It makes you wise with how you show up. And this summer, that energy is sacred. I'm holding it close. You don't have to hustle your way through the season. You don't have to prove anything by being stretched so thin that you nearly break. You don't need to say yes to every invitation, opportunity, or expectation that comes your way, whether or not someone's placed it on you or you are placing it on yourself. You're allowed to say, no, not right now. No, I'm protecting this time. No, I'm building space into my summer on purpose, or simply no. Because saying no now is often what makes room for the best kinds of yeses. Yes to sunset bike rides. Okay, sidebar. Kai and I, earlier this summer, I say Kai and I because it's really for both of us, got one of those e-bikes that she can ride on the back of it. And I cannot tell you how fun this bike is enough. It's so much fun. And saying yes to that when she's like, Mom, can we just go on the bike one more time today, is just filling my heart up so much and bringing us both so much joy. So yeah, yes to those sunset bike rides. Yes to slowing down your mornings. Yes to taking calls by the lake. Yes to the version of you that doesn't feel pulled in a million different directions. This isn't about checking out of your business, ghosting. It's about checking in with yourself and choosing to run your business in a way that feels aligned with you, with your life, not overextended. So if you needed a little permission today, let this be that. Say no. Clear space. Choose presence over pressure. Oh gosh, say that again. And give yourself the gift of summer that actually feels like summer. You are doing a beautiful job. You get to lead your business and love your family the way you want to without burning out in the process. So before I wrap up this podcast, I really want to say from the deepest inner workings of me that I truly believe balance is a joke. It's this idea that we've been sold that everything should be perfect all the time, and it's just not real. It's not based in reality. Every season looks different. Every week looks different. Some seasons are heavy on motherhood. Some are full on in business. Some feel like survival, and some feel like flow. But what is real? Harmony. And I always go back to that. And my dear friend Allison Burns of Allie Marie Design shared this with me years ago. She was one of my very first podcast interviews. So if you go way back in the archives, I don't have the podcast number handy here, but she shared with me that it wasn't balance that she was looking for. It was harmony. And this has stuck with me for years. And it's something that I come back to over and over again. Not trying to make everything equal, but trying to make it all honest, trying to make it all grounded, and trying to make it all work together. To let each part of my life breathe, shift, and matter without expecting perfection. So here's to a summer of harmony, of choosing what matters most to you, of saying no so your deepest yeses have room to grow and have room to be beautiful in your life. I'm always over here cheering you on. And until next time, bus bench babes, remember to keep your face off a bus bench and keep being the badass boss babe that you are, and go out and enjoy your summer.
Okay, girls, are you feeling as inspired as we are? We're over here cheering you on because you just finished another episode of the Girl, Get Your Face Off a Bus Bench podcast.
If you want more, head over to girlgetyourfaceoffabusbench.com for show notes and more episodes. And don't forget to subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. They mean the world to us, and they're what keep us going.
Girl, thanks for being here.